All right, all right. What's going on, party people? This your man Grill. Oh man, back again with party people. I'm telling you, so excited, so excited, excited to be back with y'all. So it's amazing. I tell you, been getting some great feedback. Not a more so direct feedback, not so much feedback in the comment section. Again, I love to read your comments. So share your comments down there. So thank y'all. The video is at about 200 views. Let me check the first one, part one. So last I checked, yeah, we're over 200 views, about 30 something likes. Need to be at 100 likes, 50 to 100 likes. But so go back and look at the other video. It'll be right here in the description, right? So I mean in the little tag there, as well as in the description. But just a quick recap, yesterday we talked about, the first part one of getting started as a notary. Part one of getting started as a notary, got to pull out my notes and all that good stuff. I told them to just not be so fancy, but just be myself. So we talked about understanding what a notary is, um, per your state, based off of what your state says, getting commissioned by your state, meaning going to your state and actually getting commissioned there, and then getting basic notary gear. And and I gave y'all a link to the Amazon store that I have that has different things, and you'll be able to see and find a whole bunch of other stuff that might not be listed directly in that store. So tonight we're going to talk about just two topics tonight. Where my stuff at? Here we go. So tonight is getting started as a mobile notary part two. And what we're going to be talking about is the types of documents you can service, and then define your notary business. Okay. You got to define your notary business model, your notary business model. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So make sure you hit the like button, share, comment, and always know your notary laws and get this book here, Atomic Habits. The link is in the description. I'm telling you, until you get you together, you're not going to be able to get your business together. That's just the truth of the matter. Okay. So let's get straight to it. So, types of documents you can service. So, let me pull that back up here so we'll know what we're talking about. Types of documents you can service. Okay. Um, this is just a small list. This is not all inclusive. Okay. Because you got I-9s, but I-9s don't need to be notarized. So, these are some of the types of documents you can service. You got wills, POAs, which is power of attorneys, estate documents, that's dealing with people's like a trust document, which can include a will or POA, but it can include other documents that outline what happens to their assets. Real estate, variety of real estate documents, purchase, sale, refinance, HELOC, just deed transfers, all kinds of different things that require a notary. Docs approved by your state. There are probably various documents that your individual state will approve that you are allowed to service or not to service. Self-written statements. Those are statements where somebody, like a gentleman came to me, he got into a car accident or his vehicle was in a car accident and he had to write a statement attesting to the fact that he didn't do it. That wasn't him. So it required a jurat, form in, and perform the notarization on that. Contracts and agreements. Okay. Contracts and agreements can require notarization. Affidavits. That's where you do the swear in. Solemnly swear, affirm under penalty of perjury, ... So these are just some of the documents that you can service. Now, the key thing is with all of them, you got to know how to notarize. So when you understand how to notarize, it don't matter what that document is. That doesn't matter. None of that matters. It don't matter what it is, because when you know how to notarize, then you can take care of those. They come to you, bam, knock it out. Verify identity, check the signatures, do this, boom, boom, and you're done. So you have an opportunity to make money doing those. I didn't even include apostilles. I did, apostilles and all of that. That's a whole nother piece in and of itself. But the bottom line is, as a notary, getting started in this business as a mobile notary, you will see these various types of documents. And you have the opportunity to be the notary that notarizes the signatures or swear them in this oath on these various types of documents. And I'm telling you, you'll be surprised the money you can make. You can make a lot of money doing this if you understand how to do it right, and of course with your state guidelines. Okay. So these are the simple documents that you can do. There's a whole lot more out there that you could probably deal with. There's financial documents, documents for people pulling money out for their 401k. When people do the taxi, like a buddy of mine was starting up a taxi service. He had to get a document notarized. Certain things dealing with DMV, you got to get it notarized. So there's all kinds of documents out there. Okay. So you're not limited to just one thing. There's a whole plethora of documents you have to be able to handle. And really, it's just handle the notarization and everything else falls in place. And we will cover on the next video about who needs a notary, and more importantly, when they need a notary. All right. So let's go back to the big screen here. So the next part that I want to cover, and this video probably won't be that long tonight, is establishing or defining your notary business, defining your notary business. So with that being said, you got 3 areas, and it can be more, but these 3 areas I'm just going to deal with tonight. Stationary, meaning you are set still, you're not really moving, which you say, well, then if this is about getting started as a mobile notary, then some people, before they do mobile, they actually are stationary, or after they've done mobile for a while, they switch over to being stationary. Some people look at being mobile as, I'm not at my home, I'm at some office that I have in collaboration with others, or I'm working out of one of those Regis offices, things of that nature. So they consider that being more stationary. You can be a mobile notary, going from place to place to place, helping people out, providing that service to them, as well as you could do it online. Okay, and online is a whole nother beast. So we're going to go into some of the areas that I think are important for you to be able to be successful in defining your mobile notary business or your notary business. Okay. So but before I do that, so understand this. Your business model is how you conduct business. What are you going to do to bring revenue in to your business to take care of you and your family? Or if you're single, just you. You have to define how you're going to go out here and make money. What services you're going to provide, what level of effort you're going to put out there. You have to define that. Are you going to be working out of an office? Are you going to be working online? Are you going to be fully mobile? You have to define that, and then that will also, or can also, dictate what orders or what types of documents you're going to service. So there might be documents that you can't do online that you can do face to face. And there's documents that, okay, well, it'd be best to do them online instead of face to face. Okay. So your business model. So stationary. Basically, everybody comes to you. That's really what it boils down to. Everybody comes to you. And with that, and I forgot to add that in there, even with that, availability. And everything here is about availability. With your business model, it's really about availability. So everybody comes to you, but when they get to you, if you're not there, if you're always busy, you're always off somewhere else, not really doing business, but just off somewhere, that's going to hurt your business. Mobile, the big thing, reliable transportation, quick response time, and as always, availability. Now you say, well, if you got one, don't you have, just because you have reliable transportation don't mean you're quick to respond to people trying to reach out to you. And it don't mean that you have the proper availability because you could be like, well, I'm busy with this, I'm busy with that, I got something else to do. Then online, availability is key. Reliable equipment, meaning your computer, your lights, or whatever you have, your microphone, everything is working good and in good condition. And then the last one is have patience. Have patience with the signers. If you can't have patience with the signers, you are going to have a hard, super hard time in this business. Now, my business model is really built on availability. Without that, I couldn't do what I do. And that is the part that has made me successful. And I'm not trying to compare, well, I'm not comparing myself to anybody else. So when I say successful, I mean, for me, I'm successful. To somebody else, and I don't care if you look at me as successful or not. But for what I know that I'm able to do and where I could be if I did not do what I'm doing, put whatever, I wouldn't be successful at all. So I consider myself successful as a mobile notary business owner, primarily because of my availability. My slogan is Hampton Roads. Well, my old slogan used to be Hampton Roads #1 nighttime notary, talking about my availability. And how I came up with that slogan is because I got a phone call and a young lady said, will you do this order? I was like, yeah. She said, well, it's going to be like 7:30, 8 in the evening. I said, that's fine with me. She said, wow, that's awesome because most notaries don't like to come out at night in your area. So that's where that statement came from, Hampton Roads #1 nighttime notary. Now my slogan is Griffin Notary Services coming to you is what we do. It's about availability. The more I'm available, the more work I get. See, I'm not basing my business off of the type of documents I'll do. See, many of you say, well, I ain't going because of this, I ain't going because of that. And it has nothing to do with availability because you are available to go. You just don't go because you're like, well, the price ain't right, and this ain't right, and that ain't right. I base what I do off of availability. Hey, I can be available to you. Reason why is because I don't know what kind of documents you're going to have. I don't know what you are willing to pay, but I do know I can be available to service you. And once I finish servicing you, you're going to pay me something. And in most cases, they pay me far greater than what I expected. But it's because of my availability. If I wasn't available, just like y'all, many of y'all call me, y'all cool with me because what I'm available. Y'all can pick up the phone, give me a call. Y'all can text me, email me. Email something a little too slow on. But nonetheless, I'm available. And there's times where I go back through and I'll look at my email. I'm like, oh man, I missed these 5 emails. And I'll reply back and apologize to the person for not getting back with them and answer their question. The more you can be available, the better your life will be. And the better your business will be and grow. And the more you'll be able to service people because, hey, we know who we can rely on. We know who we can count on. So for me, it's about availability. If you don't have availability, you can hang that up. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I was thinking, and I was like, man, I could really get deep into this, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna keep this real simple. I'm gonna keep this real simple. Now, again, this is about you getting started in your business. So once you understand what a notary is, you get commission, you get your notary gear. Now you need to understand what documents you are allowed to perform notarial acts on. And then you have to go out and figure out, you got to take time out to figure out what your business model is going to be, how you going to market yourself, how you going to communicate that you are the notary that people need to call. What is it about you that separates you from everybody else? That's what you got to now come up with. And you got to show that. And then you got to communicate that in your writings and all of that, and just who you are and your personality. Personally, when I talk to people, yeah, no, 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 no. So and they want to know, so how far do you drive out? As deep as your pocket. And that's a little running joke I have. It says, well, it depends on how deep your pockets are, because, some of these travel trips, they could take several hours, half a day or more. So if you want me to go do it, as long as you're going to compensate me, and I'm pretty sure you're going to do me right, we there all day, every day. So people always asking me about my availability. No one has ever asked me how good of a notary I am for stamping and this, that, and the other, or how well do I understand the documents. They want to know how available you are. And when I share with them my availability, they're like, okay, yeah, we can do business together. And I'm like, sounds good to me. So that's the core. That's the core. And if you can get those down, that stuff down, you'll be good to go all day long. So you understand the type of documents you're serving. And then you define the type of business you want to run, the way you want to run it. And then you just get the support that you need to make it happen. That's all. So that's it, party people. So y'all have a good one. Thanks again for everything. Drop your comments in the chat, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.